Hi there, folks. Welcome once again to Grey Ace Attorney Chronicles Resolved. This is Ant-Man and Captain Fox.
Hi, welcome back.
So to recap what happened last stream, we suffered a great loss with Inspector Gretson being murdered. And,
yep, all those fish and chips couldn't save him that time.
And to make things worse, the main suspect is Lord Van Sykes.
Yep, so we get to defend the prosecutor now. Woo! It's not like we ever done that before.
And worse still, the prosecutor is gonna be Kazuma, so now we have to go against our best friend.
Yay!
Defending the guy he hates the most. This is gonna be a thing. Oh yeah,
great.
Oh yeah, and the whole country is watching the stream somehow. I'm guessing telegrams, but yes.
Oh, most likely Telegram, unless they have some magic science like holographic projectors.
Anywho, let's get into it.
Oh, hey, that was 2 days ago. Jeez.
Yes. Also, hi, Tamut. Welcome.
Hi, Tanmux.
There's that old familiar feeling again. The crushing pressure of this historic courthouse. Actually, no. It's a little different today. There's an even more menacing tension in the air. There's a menacing tension in the air today, isn't there? I suppose. Yes, I think so.
Menacing tension in the air.
It can only be the result of the menacing appearance of the defendant.
A little more courtesy, if you please.
Okay. That brings the other thing. How many times you think he's gonna... Lord Van Sykes gonna cringe hard every time Rinosuke say something dumb? Now that he's in...
Oh, you know he's gonna cringe.
Oh my! I do apologize.
However, you're certainly not mistaken that this trial is far from ordinary.
What do you mean?
I'm not privy to the details, however. I understand that no jury has been selected.
Thank God! I mean... Oh, most unfortunate. Trial without jury? Well, that's just like... the trial of Professor 10 years ago! A close court.
Good morning, my dear fellows!
Mr. Sholmes!
Have you made note of my hair, Mr. Naruhodo? An outright victory of science, you must agree.
To be perfectly honest, so much happened yesterday that, well... I completely forgot about your little hair problem.
Aha! What to one man is a little hair problem is another day of drinking dubious potion after dubious potion.
Oh my God!
You have no idea how my stomach ails me this morning!
Oh dear! How awful for you!
Yes, how awful for me.
Anyway, I'm afraid you only had yourself to blame, Mr. Sholmes.
And good morning to you, Mr. Reaper. I'm delighted to see you looking so full of vim. And I see London's celebrated great detective is as active as ever. Oh, you exaggerate, my dear fellow, compared to my paltry engagements with a few trivial cases. The Reaper's overbearing presence is far greater deterrent to the black roots of crime in our capital. And whilst I may not agree with your methods, there is at least one point on which I could readily commend you. What an honor. And that would be? Your eye for a good lawyer, sir.
Mr. Holmes.
After all, behind this lawyer there is a very great mind. My own.
Oh.
What are you trying to say? I wish only to say that you should be prepared for quite a trial, Mr. Reaper.
Uh-oh. What he knows.
Sorry to barge in.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, that's one of you.
What about that? Gina. What's that on her arm? It's a morning bar, I suppose. Oh, yes. Father, shouldn't you be at the symposium? It's been postponed, so I have some free time. I decided to come along with the police inspector to see our country's up and coming soon in action. Huh. I shall be very interested to see the fruits of your studies over the past year. Well, it's an honor to have you here. Let's hope there are some fruit to see. Oh. Otto. Oh, yes, Gina. Well, got there. What are you taking on? Huh? They'll rip a blow. Everyone's what? Walk out with the boss. I'm sorry, Gina, but I just don't believe that. Well, what was it? I don't know that yet. Okay, I'll go with the kind of your name. You're a better idea, what did I? If we do it now, we better well kill the boss. Then God help me.
Fiery eyes, indeed. Yes, the culprit deserves every ounce of your loathing. At least, that may be some solace to the deceased.
Wait, oh. Che jueves for the bar. Oh, Gina.
You're gonna love who actually did it.
We'll see. I feel the choose, but Sophia can too. So you gotta fight her daughter. Make the like pay. Whoa.
Counsel for the defense and the defendant. Court will be in session shortly. Make your way into the courtroom at once, please.
All right then. Here we go. It's time, Mr. Naruhodo. Lord Van Sykes.
Yes, what? You called my name, but you didn't say anything.
One who lost his treasure brother to a mass murder. One who lost his treasure brother in a foreign court law. And one who lost the man who helped her escape destitution. All that misfortune, all the pain, of course, to collide headlong in this trial. It's time to shine a light on these dark events. And whatever truth is revealed, we're going to have to look it straight in the eye. Yeah, Shoals knows something.
That's why he's not looking at us in the eye. It's effective narrative storytelling!
Wow.
No jury. How do you like
Thank
that?
God. Oh, sorry. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. We're here to conclude the fair and just trial of the defendant, Baron Van Sykes. Counsel for the defense and prosecution, are you ready to begin? The defense is ready, my lord.
The prosecution is more than ready.
Oh, Kazuma-sama. I've been wishing to see you in court again for so long. It feels... But I never pictured it happening like this.
I always pictured you being the accused.
I never thought I'd be facing you behind the prosecution bench. The so-called Ripper of the Bailey has been a scourge like no other, undermining Her Majesty's justice system. Today we must uncover the truth behind this scourge. In other words, this trial is going to be a lot more far-reaching than Inspector Gretzon's murder. The truth revealed by these proceedings may have unpredictable recursions to the judiciary. Accordingly, they are to be conducted as a closed trial with no members of the public present. Then who the hell is in the seats? Oh, that's all cardboards. Pictures.
There were always cardboard stands the entire time.
By Her Majesty's threat orders. How will that work, my lord? The burden of all arbitration educations fall on my shoulders. Therefore, as you will see, the jury's bench shall remain vacant today. Oh, thank God
we
for
still
that.
keep the scales lit because it's theatrical. I like it. It puts a nice glow on my face. Makes me look 50 years younger, they say.
Breakfast entertainment. Hey, Izzy.
Hi, Izzy.
No member of the public are present. May I ask who is currently occupying the gallery, my lord? They are members of the judiciary here to witness proceedings and ensure an equitable trial. Okay.
Equitable. But like I said, they're all just cardboard stands. Don't worry about it.
Members of the judiciary. Oh my. This is a very unusual trial already. There is of course another unprecedented aspect of this proceedings on which I must elaborate. The counsels for the prosecution defense are both aliens of Great Britain.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I believe it takes an outsider to see the truth sometimes. And as I stand here in this courtroom now, I'm quite certain. This is the reason why I had to come to Britain.
Kazuma, why would this voice? Anyway. Very well, let's commence proceedings. Prosecutor Asogi, your opening statement, if you please.
Certainly, my lord.
Whoa.
The incident took place on 1st of November at just after 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The location was a building of flats on Fresno Street on the outskirts of the city. The victim's body was discovered there in an old single-room rental property.
Yes, Inspector Tobias Gretz, a name known very well indeed to his court. You shall be missed. Not least for his miracle resolution of one of his country's grimest cases 10 years ago.
Grimmest, not grimest.
Grimmest. The professor case. How sure are you about the time of the incident?
Several witnesses on the street outside heard the gunshot, and all have reported the same time.
Jesus Christ, the uniform does not even to imagination.
That's the Victorian aesthetic.
Yes, that's what Gina told us too. There were a number of witnesses. Oh, so we're gonna have...
That's just vague enough to stand in court.
Okay, so instead of jury, we're gonna have a wall of witnesses.
We're gonna have a wall of witnesses. Bring out the extra large witness bench. I have here a plan of the room. The victim was found curled up in one corner. It's believed that he was shot from the front at point-blank range and died instantly.
How was the race being determined?
There were scorch marks around the entry wound. Such marks are caused by the gunpowder used to fire the bullet.
That sounds familiar.
But powder hot enough to leave scorch marks is only ejected a few inches beyond the end of the barrel. In other words, it only happens when the target is at point-blank range.
I see, yes. Thank you for the more detailed explanation, Counsel. And we had the autopsy already.
Alright. The murder weapon was found lying beside the victim.
Let's do a quick check. Maria Gori. Wait,
Mariah Gorey.
could it be that girl we saw in the previous case with the mask? Could be. Anyway. Male, 45, British, sign of death. Left blank for
Time
some
of
reason.
death,
Blank for some reason. Victim was shot in the chest, a coverage for the front, resulting in instant death. First match guarantee. Well, they exited the body from behind. The caliber of the gun used matches of a standard issue firearm for member judiciary. Interesting. Okay. And have you managed to ascertain the owner of this firearm?
No, my lord. Not conclusively.
Bravo, Kazura-sama. For not trying to use the gun as evidence where it is not prevalence can be proven.
Furthermore, my lord, as I've explained, the revolver was fired at extremely close range. The bullet passed through the victim and struck the wall behind him. There's a candelabrum mounted on that wall, and the tip of one of the candles in it was found to have been blown off by the projectile.
We noticed that too, didn't we? Yes, that's right. Thank you for this trial report, Counsel. The setting for the crime is clear to me. She will submit the plan to the crime scene as submitted, please.
As you wish, my lord. Alright.
A quick pick.
Alright, so we have the body, the candelabra, the notice board, the fireplace, the table, and a chair.
Yeah, we probably need to hear witness in order to see any relevance.
Yep. That'll make sense as we hear more witness testimony.
In this
But it looks like someone could have hidden behind the notice board there.
There's a possibility. But we'll see what the witnesses say. Is this really strict room Inspector Gress's private abode?
No, my lord. The room is rented to a Mr. Hugh Boone. But there is precious little furniture inside, and it is generally in a poor state of repair.
So what on earth was Grayson even doing there? Presumably he was investigating some case or other.
When a policeman was informed of the gunshot from the witnesses and rushed to the scene, he found only the deceased inspector and the accused standing alongside, holding the revolver.
Of course.
The attending officer arrested the accused on the spot.
So, the details of the case are clear.
In that case, the prosecution would like to call its first witness.
Here we go. Your name, please, counsel.
Naturally, the accused himself.
Norman Sykes?
As a prosecutor, he believes in the oath of office he's taken and will be compelled to tell the truth.
Very well. Let the defendant take the witness stand. So how it feels being there now.
So, witness, state your name and occupation for the court. Barak von Sykes, Old Bailey prosecutor.
I presume, Lord Van Sykes, that you heard Prosecutor Asogi's opening process.
I did.
It is alleged that you were found at the scene of the crime, and you were arrested by the arriving police officer. Can you confirm this?
Yes, my lord. Then I'm sure the court would like to hear you explain some things away. Namely, why you were there in the room on Fresno Street at the time in question. And what exactly took place. I intend to explain away nothing, and I will simply tell the truth.
I must say, Lord Van Sykes, I never imagined this day will come. Or rather, I didn't want to imagine it will come, but since you became known as the Reaper, a part of me has been dreaded it. Your formal testimony then, witness.
I was investigating Gregson, and my inquiries had led me to that address. When I first entered the room that day, it was dark inside and I saw no one. A moment later, I heard the gunshot. I spun around and saw the revolver on the floor. Just as I picked up the firearm to examine it, the door flew open and I heard a man scream. It was only then that the body of the Inspector Gregson appeared before me. That testimony was the whole truth? It was. So, you heard a shot being fired in a room with no living occupants. And moments later, a corpse somehow appeared before your eyes. Is that it? You're right. You haven't explained away anything. In fact, that would barely qualify as an excuse. I thought you were my mute apprentice. And yet it turns out you have a way with words, Prosecutor Asogi.
You will appear to be a singular tale indeed.
Singular isn't the word. It's laughable.
Wow. What's got into Kazuma? He's not behaving like himself at all. Even that big boy for some reason.
He's not as hot as I remembered him being.
Very well then. Counsel! You better begin your cross-examination. Yes, my lord.
I was investigating Gregson, and my inquiries had led me to that address.
Hold it. You were investigating the inspector. What on earth for?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Sorry.
I'd identified a distinct possibility that Gregson was involved in a case I was investigating. Regrettably, though, he was killed before I could secure the proof I needed.
It's a court of the sun then, that on the day in question, you followed the victim to the scene.
No, I was privy to his movements in advance.
How?
And I stole into his office in the yard and consulted his diary.
Wow.
Kazuma seems so distant and aloof, and not because he's standing on the opposite side of the courtroom floor. The address on Fresno Street was noted in the 5 p.m. entry. You illegally entered the man's office? In Japan, that alone would constitute a very serious offense.
As it does in Great Britain, I'll show you. Is that not the case, Lord Van Sykes?
I was aware of the possible consequences. So, in summary, you were investigating the victim. And yet, you refused to tell the court why. I didn't realize British prosecutors enjoyed such freedom to choose what to divulge under oath.
Oh my god, you can feel the daggers. Ugh. I don't even think I could defend this man.
When I first entered the room that day, it was dark inside and I saw no one.
Hold it. Had you ever been to the address before?
No, never. I only learned of the place as a result of my investigations into Gregson's activities. And there was no light inside when I entered, so it was all but impossible to make out anything.
But at 5 p.m., the sun will only just gone down. It will still have been reasonably light outside.
The room had a window, but it was boarded shut. Very little light found its way into the room from outside, so it was extremely murky inside. And I wouldn't have noticed if the victim was already lying on the floor. There was no artificial light in the room, you say? You're quite sure? And I'm quite sure that the part of the room where the body was found was very dark. I have a feeling there was a small oil lamp burning on the desk, though I couldn't say for certain.
Look, Mr. Hodo.
Yep, there's the desk and the lamp.
Yep. There is a small desk in the room just here. Yes, I remember.
Also, the door opens in a way that would block the body, even if it was in the corner.
That is true. And also, it wasn't the camera lit at the time. But yeah, like you said, the door was blocking the view.
Well, we don't have any proof that the candelabra was even lit at the time.
I mean, just look at it.
Yeah. We have 2 candles that have burned down from whenever they were used, and one that was shot.
Unless it can be used for red herring. That yeah, they had a point there. Anyway. Yes,
I mean, someone could have just swapped out a low candle for a fresh one. You never know.
Yes, I remember, and there was a low lamp oil on it, as well as the framed photograph.
There was also some rope and bombs in there, too. When I entered the room, I closed the door behind me and started towards the desk to investigate.
And what did you find?
Nothing. I never actually reached the desk. And a moment later, I heard the gunshot. I spun around and saw the revolver on the floor.
Hold it. So, who fired the gun?
I have no idea. I didn't see anybody else in the room.
But you say it was very dark in there.
Yes, that's right. All I can tell you is, I didn't sense another's presence. I have psychic abilities that way, you know, it's my stand.
Aha! Then could it be? The gunshot originated from somewhere outside the room.
No, that is out of the question.
Oh.
Without doubt, the sound emanated from inside the room. I could smell the gunpowder.
Ugh, this is going from bad to worse.
And you say that the point at which you noticed the revolver on the floor? Correct. And I foolishly picked it up. That was carelessness on my part.
Presumably then, the gunshot you heard came from the fireman that you somewhat hastily took into your hand.
Yes, you could say as though I was holding the gun myself when I shot him, which I did. Oh, god damn it, got me again, Mr. Naruhodo.
I'm trying to defend you, you twat.
In point of fact, my lord, I believe it did not.
What?
The barrel of the revolver I picked up was cold, and there was no smell of spent powder.
But then, where on earth the gun was that was fired?
Whilst I would like to oblige you with an answer, I'm afraid I can't. I, too, would dearly like to know that. Just as I picked the firearm up to examine it, the door flew open and I heard a man scream.
You ought to know better than that, not the what slap. Anyway. Hold it. A man, you say? One of the witnesses, I presume.
That's right. One of the street merchants working on Fresno Street.
Who are these merchants?
A number of them had set up their stalls directly beneath the boarded window of the crime scene. A match seller, a newsmonger, and a peddler. They're all given statements saying they heard the gunshot. And without thought of danger, they ran inside to see what had happened.
Yes, Gina told us about that yesterday, didn't she?
They burst through the door with some force, it would seem. And they did, and almost gave me a heart attack in the process.
Oh,
so you do have a heart!
A heart attack? Do tell. But you're supposed to be the Reaper.
The first man to come in immediately noticed the revolver in my hand and fled. A policeman patrolling on Fresno Street heard the commotion and was able to arrest the accused shortly after the incident occurred. Anyway, the man's scream drew my attention in that direction. It was only then that the body of Inspector Gregson appeared before me.
Hold it. What do you mean by that? In what way did the body appear?
I honestly can't explain it, but it's the truth. As far as I was concerned, the body hadn't been there until that point, and then suddenly, there it was.
Did you perhaps hear the sound of the victim falling to the ground just beforehand?
At that moment, what I heard was the sound of the door flying open and the scream of the man who came inside first. Nothing more.
I see.
And after the man fled, I examined the body. I was stunned to find that it was Gregson.
Most curious circumstances indeed.
And how the inspector was killed, or how his body seemed to appear out of nowhere, I have no idea.
That's you.
Objection! Surely the court has heard enough.
Eh?
My lord, the cross-examinations clearly revealed that the accused, Barak von Zykes, is lying on multiple fronts.
What? What is that supposed to mean? Good gracious, counsel! The defendant's lying, you say?
In his testimony just now, he claims that he failed to notice the victim's body because the room was dark.
See, he's gonna bring out the candelabra.
And that's correct. No, that's impossible. As proven by this candelabrum.
I knew it. How does prove anything?
If you examine the tip of the long candle, you can see it has been blown off by a powerful impact.
One would assume that the projectile from the firearm passed through the victim and through the candle.
The problem comes when you consider the other two candles, which are clearly of a different length.
Yes, I can see that only the candle that appeared to be been struck by the bullet is long.
We could reasonably expect someone to have lit all three candles together. Which begs the question of why only one has ended up longer than the others.
That must be because that particular candle was extinguished when the others were still burned. Oh!
That's right. You fell for my trap card. When the candle was hit by the bullet, it obviously went out. But the other two candles would still have been burning, so the fact is, the victim's body would have been illuminated by the light still thrown by the candelabrum. And the accused claim that he couldn't see the body clearly contradicts those facts. Ugh. And now, to the next lie.
There's more?
The accused also claims never to have visited the scene of the crime before. That's the truth! In that almost empty room, the police discovered something very unusual. A board covered from top to bottom in police documents and newspaper cuttings.
Yes, that's right. We saw it too.
It goes without saying that the contents of the police documents cannot be divulged. However, they included a number of reports from various historical cases. The oldest of which was from 10 years ago.
10 years ago? This is starting to sound familiar.
And there is a common thread linking all the documents on that board.
Indeed! What is this common thread, Counsel?
They all relate to cases prosecuted in court by Barak von Zykes.
Oh my god, look at that smirk.
Yes.
All of them?
And furthermore, all those cases are ones in which the defendant was acquitted.
Good lord!
Interestingly, none of those defendants are alive today. Because all of them have been sent to their graves by the Reaper.
Ah! Oh no!
In short, that dingy little room is the Reaper's secret hideout and his base of operations.
The Reaper's hideout?
And yet the Reaper would claim never to have been to his own secret hideout? No one would believe that. No, the truth is, we've been looking at this backwards. Always constantly looking towards Barak.
Explain, Counsel!
Inspector Gregson was investigating the identity of the Reaper. When he discovered the location of the man's secret hideout, he was killed. As I'm sure everyone can imagine, by the Reaper's hand.
What? Order! Order! Order!
Serving fish and chips in memory of Gregson.
I'll allow it for this time. Very well. I hereby state the correct opinion of the court. Barak von Zykes is an outstanding prosecutor who has rendered great service to his country. However, it is with deep regret I must concur with Prosecutor Asogi's contention that the defendant testimony exhibits a number of stark inconsistencies with the known fact.
All I have done is state the truth as I know it.
Asuma has done a brilliant job as ever. He's drawn with the expertise of the defense attorney to build his prosecution. And it's formidable. Counsel! You will submit the board that you showed to court as evidence.
Here we go, finally.
I believe to be fundamentally established in the facts surrounding the Reaper's existence.
Thank you, my lord. Alright, let's examine this. There's got to be something interesting on it. And now the prosecution would like to call a new witness to the stand.
No, that had to wait.
Zawarudo!
Let's see. Here are details of a whole raft of case dating back years on here, aren't they? This paper from 10 years ago is brown in age, look. Out of interest, the most recent thing appeared to be this newspaper cutting here. Oh? It's the same red-headed league advertisement that Mr. Shung has picked up. Wait, what? And do you remember? There was a red hair piece at the same thing, too. Was Inspector Gresson an exponent of the red-headed league then? No.
What's on the back?
Oh, what's this?
An upside-down handprint. Bloody.
Oh, what's this? Mr. Hoda, look! Oh yes, it's a smash of some kind. In fact, it looks like a handprint. The color, that's blood, isn't it?
No, that's
Oh,
probably
dear.
red hair tonic for the red hair piece.
Oh dear, how disturbing. It's a bloody handprint on the backside. But
There
why,
you go.
But why like that? Like, either this was on the floor,
Possibly.
because I cannot see the guy reaching over here, because...
Well, now we have something vital. Something that was overlooked.
Yeah, but... we probably need to hear more before we can use it.
Alright, let's see what's this new witnesses. Witnesses who also saw events unfold on the day in question.
We're mentioning the previous testimony too, if you remember. Yes, the street seller who heard gunshot and went running into the room. And ready to see what's gonna be. Very well. Let the witnesses in. The defendant may step down from the witness stand.
Certainly, my lord. Alright, who do we got next?
Red Riding Hood, Usopp.
Oh my god, and hey,
And
look, it's
Beppo!
me!
Oh no! He's a peddler. No!
So, witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court. I get the first one. Not me. That's not me. That's you.
Oh, names? We don't use names. Not too fancy for the like of us.
We're just free and easy. Sell what we like. Live where we want to live. I give them all the vacant steps. They walk down Fresno and spin a few words to a verse for them.
Oh no, Beppo got fired.
Yes, he did.
Would I be right in assuming that all three of you make your living by selling wares on the street? Everyone will gossip. I saw gentle little tidbits to pass by, you know. Don't they call that informant? I call it what I call them. Gentle little tidbit. Got an absolute smasher for you, sir. Right as you did it, it is. 6 pence is the price, and a penny less.
Well, of course he did.
Wait, you're actually trying to sell it to me now? Oh, come on, sir. Don't tell me you're interested. Woohoo!
Try the man.
Give it the money and see what it is. Pay the man, counsel. all right, 6 pence it is. You won't regret it, sir. No, got your little ears on. Just between us, a young couple in Slate Street has just had twins. Is that it? No, that's not it. It's gossip, is it? It's a one to spread, but it's a bit up to use your mouth, of course. I got more, you know. What other you used to one? 6 pence a piece, if you're curious. I am curious, yes, about what's going to just under the hat, fat button lip of yours. Namely, that unusual bruise or whatever it goes poking on you on the collar.
Oh.
Actually, yeah. And also the hair. No, it couldn't be.
Wait a minute. Let me see it. Let me see his face again.
No.
Similar, but not exactly.
No.
What about the next witness, then? What name do you go by and what do you sell? Me? I'm Venus. That's what everyone calls me. Funny, innit? I sell these lovely little fireworks to all the local school kids. 6 pence a pop. What'd you say?
Oh no.
Yes.
You were exaggerating with little. Do they actually sell?
Oh yeah, the second years can't get enough of my Venus firecrackers. Phrasing, especially when I tell them that if they get 100, they could blow up the school.
Not the most savourous idea, young lady.
What do you say then, eh? Want to part with 6 pence for a pop?
Don't you freaking dare.
Pay the man, Mr. Naruhodo!
Wait, what? You want to buy me one?
Tell you what, I'll let you in on a little secret. If you get 100 of them, you could blow up the whole courtroom.
Oh my god.
Try the woman.
Are we doing this? Get the money and see she's right. Pay the woman council. Are you mental people?
Blow up my courtroom, good sir, and see what it gets.
All right, I'll buy one.
Lovely stuff. Right then, this is something a bit extra just for you.
Oh.
The Venus Special, only 600 pence. Oh my god.
600?
It's 100 my regular fireworks. Nothing little about that, is there? Your match went out.
And there'll be nothing little about the punishment if I blow the old Bailey either. And we bought him.
Oh, hey!
The Venus special
Wait a
firecrackers.
minute, what if the gunshot was actually a firecracker?
Okay, that's a possibility.
And Aladdinus, what name do you go by and what do you sell? Hold on, let's examine that firework first.
Yes.
Did we honestly just pay 600 for this?
I don't know. Had you had an idea, Mr. Naruhodo? You're staring at the end of the string of fireworks. Yes, I'm thinking about it. I'll think through the thought, but I'm trying to quell them. Anyway, sorry. It's just that it's the Venus Special. I was wondering what 600 pence worth of fireworks would sound like. Shall we find out? Oh my god, they just sound like you. But she said it could blow up the courtroom. Oh.
Sounds like a gunshot.
Alright, that was a fairly sizable bang. My ears still ringing, Mr. Naruhodo. It's not exactly like a
There
gunshot.
you go.
Okay. Nothing else to notice? No. Okay.
Now we got a faux gunshot. Think of me. I think all sorts of thoughts. I think, therefore I am. I am, therefore I think. I think. Because I stand here on the street watching the world go on about me, they call me the Observator.
Get out of it, old man. Every culture sandwich. And you know it.
So, you don't actually sell anything? Problem shared is a problem halved, as they say. I give advice, I do, and think what it means. I don't actually sell anything, no, come to think of it.
Hot, actual, whatever it says.
Hot actuals, hell yeah. I could use some of that in my life, you know what I'm saying. Pity.
No more pushes today, please.
Only 6 pence for a nothing.
Shut up, you!
Pay them in, Mr. Naruhodo!
Do shut up, too! Well then, anyway. Well, we have quite a cast here, it seems.
They conduct their business on Fresno Street from morning until night, my lord. And always in the same place, directly adjacent to the crime scene.
I see. And thus they heard the gunshot, I presume.
Not only that, but they very bravely ran inside to see what was going on and witnessed the crime.
Oh, well, be bigger, I thought. Just between us.
Venus de Milo, what am I going to do? What a terrible thing I saw. What I think is, if all what we see is light and shadow playing with our eyes, is any of it real?
Oh my god, he got philosophical. Very well. The court will hear the formal testimony of these three witnesses now.
They say that all matter is made of atoms, and our perception of reality is based on chemical processes in the brain. You take both of those away, and poof, there goes the universe.
I didn't need to hear that. Anyway, you will describe in detail what your new witnesses and hear all the time of the incident. Now having existential crisis, oh dear lord. We saw the whole thing from the start to finish with it. Everything from the moment they went in the building.
It was less than a minute after the Reaper had gone inside, and we all heard that big bang. It seems to me that quick to talk is quick to walk. Gossip shouldn't wait to go and see what had happened.
If I ran into the room, and there he was, Big Reaper! Gaudy hands standing over the dead body. Hoo-hoo.
I was scared after death, me, so I ran off to find a copper. Wait a minute, hold on a sec. We know that the person that we were looking for, they were out of a job for a very long time.
Yes.
What if this is what they do now? To be the gossip monger. And it's all just a disguise he's wearing.
I'm suspecting that too. Oh, we'll get to that. If these witnesses were there the whole day and saw everything, who did they see going inside the building?
Only the victim, Inspector Gregson, and the accused, Barak von Zykes.
I sent pictures of that Reaper in the paper. I know what he looks like. Oh, look at that eye. And just potatoes. Folks always started like this. I made myself a tiny sum already. But wait, the room was just one of several flats in the building. So wherefore another flat could have done it?
All those flats on Fresno Street are unoccupied.
Cause they're small, dark, damn dirty, expensive to boot.
The room in which the inspector was found in is the only property in the building that's currently leased.
And we know the lease holder's name, don't we? It's Huge Boone. The testimony the court has just heard would appear to leave little room for doubt. It's becoming increasingly difficult to see how anyone other than the defendant could have committed the crime. No! Yes.
Thank you for your candor, my lord.
Counsel for the defense! You may proceed to cross-examine the witness. Yes, my lord. In a close court like this with a jury, the judge is the only person whose opinion matters. I had to break down this testimony. Somehow. Also, I'm glad there's no jury because, for real, they were annoying.
I'm glad my former boss isn't here in the jury. That would have been awkward.
Beppo!
I still hear him sometimes.
Okay, so Anna coming soon, so before we get into that, we'll take a break.
Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun with this one.
Oh, yeah. We'll be right back.
Okie doke.
And I'm going to the restroom.
Nope, you're always available right when you need to be.
And we're back. Let's get this started.
Hey, welcome back.
We saw the whole thing from start to finish with it. Everything for the woman that went into the building. Hold it. When you say they, who do you mean exactly? Inspector Gretson and Defender Lorban Sykes? I suppose so. I suppose they'll know the names of the high and mighty. But I tell you one thing. It was the old Reaper that went in last, that's for sure and certain. Just behind Gretchen, Inspector Gretson. Did they arrive at the same time of each other? Not at all. The first fellow was gone inside a good 15 minutes before they heard that gunshot. The victim arrived 15 minutes before? Are you sure about that? I'm sure, Lee. I'm sure. Doesn't seem like I forget a fella with a big bright red hair like that, does it? What? What?
Yeah, his hair really was red, weren't it? Rather than my flaming fireworks, even. That fiery red mop still burnt on the inside of my eyelids, it is.
Wait a minute! You're saying the man was a redhead? Wait, you listen to Sean? Aye, he was a redhead. Well, he had a big trunk with him as well. Oh my god, no. But Inspector Grisham's hair isn't red. Not by any stretch of imagination. It seems like that the person you saw wasn't in fact Inspector Gretson at all, but some other third party.
No, I hate to break it to you, but the witnesses are correct.
What?
Just have a look at this photograph of the victim taken at the scene. Hey, finally!
Yes, that's Inspector Gretson, all right. And a red hairpiece. Ah! Of course! We saw one of the following investigations, didn't we? I still refuse to believe Inspector Gretson wore a hairpiece, though. So then why on earth would he have been wearing something like that? The color does seem to suit the man, one might say.
This is not the right time, Judge.
The photograph will get submitted as evidence. Please, counsel.
Alright, let's take a closer look at this.
Yes.
Already have 2 pages of evidence. Alright, let's see. Yep, he is curled up. He is in the corner of the wall. That is the red hairpiece. That's a lot of blood. We didn't see any blood, though, when we went to look, did we?
No.
But that is a lot of blood, like, holy shit.
Well, they said they saw a man with red hair carrying a big trunk.
Yeah, so this is where the hairpiece came from, so now we're gonna figure out where the trunk came from. But I noticed there's not much blood on, like, the rest of his clothing where it should be.
Indeed.
But I think that's just me nitpicking on the game.
Yeah, but also it actually explains the position he is right now because, well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
And what became of the trunk that the red victim was supposedly carrying?
And I was informed that no trunk was found at the scene.
So it just disappear. What? You expect us to have been watching the building every second, do you?
We definitely saw him in the dock going in, though. No question about that. It was less than a minute after the Reaper had gone inside and then we all heard a big bang.
Hold it. By which presumably you mean the gunshot.
I saw these little things, don't I? How would I know what a gunshot sounds like? Oh, I think we might know, though. But I've always thought it would probably sound a bit like this, doesn't it?
And you say that you heard the noise almost as soon as you saw the defendant enter here into the building.
That's right. It was almost straight away. Bang, it went. Just like that.
Well, he's a Reaper, isn't he? He's what the French call a fait accompli. When the Reaper's around, people are going to the ground. I mean, that's what he does, isn't it? I just had a thought, but...
Yeah.
I think we'd get the message.
You want to share your thought?
Yes. We know that this guy got fired helping a prisoner escape because he's normally the type to help to set up the gallows for hanging. And this one in particular, as you probably noticed already, has that mark on his neck. What if he's the prisoner the other guy helped escape?
I don't know.
It's possible, but...
I mean, it seems like a fairly recent bruise, though.
There's that.
And he helped that guy escape 10 years ago, so...
Oh yeah, there's that. We'll see. I think we get the message.
The Reaper couldn't allow the Inspector to live after he discovered his secret hideout. There can be no clearer motive for the crime.
Yes. It's certainly an eminently credible motive. Right.
At that point, you ran inside, is that correct? Seems to me that quick to talk is quick to walk. Gossip shouldn't wait to go and see what happened.
I'm gonna regret this. Hold it. So, when Gossip ran to see what happened, did you go too?
Well, me, I'm a bit hampered, see? All the signs are that I can't move very well. You were away behind, presumably, with that sandwich board around your neck and that big sign in your hand.
What a great bird you were. Pardon me for asking, Mr. Sandwich, but is it possible you and I have met before?
I'm not anybody, me. The signs are what make me who I am now. I sign, therefore I am.
So, you weren't employed as an omnibus driver just under a year ago then?
No, not the memories, no. No, please, Daddy, no. Wait, what?
I might be mistaken, but I believe his trembling has intensified, Mr. Aldo. Yes, I agree. He's clearly been through a lot.
Not the whips. Not the whips again. Please, no. Not the whips.
Yes, the whips, Beppo!
No! No! Turn down King Henry Street and Black Widower's Arms is just there.
Oh dear, you're making him hide behind his sign. Life is full of surprises.
And the same three people.
I ran into the room and there he was, the Reaper. Good in hand, standing up with a dead body. Hold it. So then you were the first person to arrive on the scene. Is that right? That I was. Kick the door open like a preparation I did. I get out. What's going on here? Lord Van says all he heard was a man's scream though. And was it dark inside the room? No, not dark at all. There were candles burning on the wall. Really? Well, there was a fellow collapsed on the floor. Just between us. This is the first thing I noticed when I got inside. I see. Okay, that's a lie right there. Even though Lord Van Sight claims not to have seen any such light on the wall. Then it first thing I noticed was someone standing right next beside the body.
The accused, Barak von Sykes.
That's right, the pale-faced Ripper himself. Woohoo! I was a little shocked, wasn't I? But I'm no little coward. I stood my ground and gave the Ripper a cold hard still myself. Yes, you did you? Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Do you have something to add, Mr. Sandwich?
There's really nothing to me. Empty in the head I am, just 2 slices with no middle. So I don't know what you could want with me.
I think that maybe you just remember something. Having heard Mr. Gus's last statement, I mean.
Well, what I think is, we're all nothings, really. We try to dress ourselves up as something else, but at the end of the day, we're all the street sellers.
That's enough for you, Sandwich. Get your trash up down. Unless you want us to make you into a real sandwich.
And we saw the Reaper. He fell clean over his backside.
If you know.
Maybe knock something down.
That's it. Oh, you rotten beggar! I told you to keep that a secret.
He screamed, he did. Screamed and scrambled off on all fours. That's what I wanted to say.
You're a dirty coward, admit it. Mr. Gossip, is it true? The floor was slippery, that's why.
All the blood on the floor.
Planted my hand in my filthy blood, pulled in it, ugh! A pool of blood? But listen here, even it was sprawled on the floor. I still can't give that Ripper a cold scar stare. And don't you forget it, hoo-hoo! Let's just go back a little. Did you say you got blood on your hand? I did, happens to the best of us at times, doesn't it? So what's the scare? So let's leave over. We can just get between us, can't we? No, Mr. Gossip. I'm going to ask you to add that information to formal testimony. Oh, if I must. The witness... the witness will amend his testimony to include the aforementioned details at once.
Alright, so what does it say now?
I sleep over. I got blood on my hands, so I quickly wipe it off on the floor. Oh, wait!
The board! Present the board.
Yes. So the board was on the floor when that happened.
Yeah.
Objection! So you wipe out the blood on your hand on the floor of the room. Are you quite sure about that? Well, it's a me to have done it. Does it really matter?
Objection! The police found no such handprint on the floor during their investigations. What exactly is the defense asserting?
Objection! If you listen, you find out. Prosecutor Asogi.
Ugh.
Certainly, there was no bloody handprint found on the floor.
What are you trying to say?
There was a handprint in blood left very clearly at the scene. On the back of this notice board. Oh. That's a different pose now.
Yes. He ain't smiling.
Yes, indeed. Indisputable handprint in the distinctive color of blood. You did right. That's my hand. I know it everywhere. It's my favorite
I know it
hand.
like my left hand.
It's my favorite hand after all. I really don't want to know why you're so favorite.
Objection! The witness very definitely testified that he wiped his hand on the floor. Any handprints on the back of that board are irrelevant.
Objection. Not if the board itself had fallen over on the floor. In that case, it's quite possible for the witness handprint to have ended up there.
Just look at the floor plan of the room. The notice board was in the opposite corner of the room to the victim, and in an upright position. Even if it had somehow been toppled over and was lying on the floor at the time, it would have been a considerable distance from the body.
I fell over when I came across the body. That was basically right next to the corpse, not on the other side of the room.
So the body was moved.
Which explains why there's no blood in that corner.
Mm-hmm. In other words, the defense's assertion is contradictory.
Yes, it is.
Huh.
There's a very definite contradiction here, for which there must be a reason. I take that as you formulate a proper hypothesis, counsel. Regarding this apparent discrepancy between the business account and the handprint found at the scene. I have, my lord. This discrepancy between the witness account and the location of the handprint is explained by...
The board moving. The board had to have been moved, right? If it was blocking the door to the corner.
Oh, that's true. The real contradiction here is the handprint itself, not where it was found. As the court can see, it's upside down. Good gracious! So it is! If the witness had put his hand against the board, the finger would be pointed upward.
What does that tell us?
It tells one simple fact. When this handprint was made, the board must have been lying on the floor as I previously suggested. Which means that after incident, it must have been moved.
What?
Woohoo!
Objection! You're claiming that somebody moved the notice board after the shooting? Then tell the court who.
I don't know that yet, but the point is, when you consider all the testimony we heard so far, we can now be very clear on one point. And that will be the position of the notice board at the time of the incident, my lord. So, counsel, I must ask you to clarify your citation of the court. At the time of the incident, where do you maintain the notice board was situated?
Well, it had to have been on the right side of the door, right? Like...
Yeah, because there's a body. He presumably fall here, so somewhere around
so
here.
So it'd be right around here, yeah.
Take that. This is the only possible location. Immediately adjacent to the doorway? If the court will think back to the testimony given by the defendant earlier. He said that when he entered the room, it was dark, and he couldn't see the body. I beg! If the notice was being here, the body would have been completely hidden from view. And the light from the candle would have been blocked, making the room appear darker.
Objection! But the accused also claimed that the victim's body simply appeared before him.
That's true. Or, in his precise words...
Just as I picked the firearm up to examine it, the door flew open and I heard a man's scream. It was only then that the body of the Inspector Gregson appeared before me.
Holy shit, Susato, that was a good impression. Thank you. I don't know about calling it a scream, but he was talking about me, and no mistake. Cause it was me that kicked the door open.
And probably slammed the board on the floor.
Yes. If you look again at the floor plan. Consider what would happen if the door to the room was thrown open with force. Bam.
That can't.
The door struck the notice board, knocking it over, and making the victim body visible. Good gracious! My client has told nothing but the truth. He has simply described what he saw. Hot actual hero.
Terry Nova?
Order! Order! Counsel! How had this not come to light before now? Oh, I get it now. Hero sandwich. After the incident, somebody must have righted the board and moved it into the position where the police, myself, and my colleagues saw it when they investigated the room. Witness, what do you have to say for yourself?
Wait a minute.
What? Me? My lord?
I just had a thought.
Yes?
That notice board has all the cases that the Reaper has been in.
Yes.
And the earliest one is from 10 years ago, the Professor case.
Yes.
There was a picture of Mr. Vigil's wife on the desk.
Yes.
I think that's his house. I think he is the Hugh Boone.
Yes, I was thinking that the same too.
Mm-hmm.
But the question is, what have we been doing for 10 years that his wife thought he was still making money?
I know, right? Pseudonyms.
You
Pseudonyms, fake identities, makeup, costume pieces. You know, that nose of his looks kind of rubbery too.
It's a possibility. You and your fellows were there at the scene before anyone else. It goes without saying that you must know something about the position of the notice board. The witness in the stand will testify again. You will each explain exactly what you did upon arriving at the scene of the crime. Stop looking at your glasses at me. I got a message.
He's the one who's like the mostly freaked out of the three.
Yep. I don't know anything about that Voldemort. I just wiped my hand on it, that's all.
We got the intense testimony music too.
Yep.
Well, don't look at me. I haven't got a clue about it. I was doing business with some second years at the time.
What?
I don't know anything about anything. I'm just a bystander, me. Just a sign at the crossroads of life.
It was the Reaper a bit. He's got a face scream. Bored.
I can't see how this changes anything anyway. The detective still died when he heard the gunshot.
Okay, that's a little suspicious. So none of you can elaborate further.
Shaken by the crime they witnessed, and with only the light of a few candles and an oil lamp by which to see. We can't expect these witnesses to be able to give a more precise account of what happened.
That's right. Yeah, I don't pay too much to expect too much. It's man's endless quest for knowledge that's destroying the world. That's what I think.
Do you? Really? For real?
In any case, as this testimony shows, even if the notice board was moved by somebody following the incident, it makes no difference. When the gunshot rang out, the accused was the only person at the scene. In short, the only person who could possibly have committed this crime is Barak von Zykes. None of this wrangling over the board changes that simple fact.
Quite so, quite so. Does the defense still wish to cross-examine the witnesses despite the circumstance? Most certainly, my lord. Very well, then you may proceed, counsel. I don't know anything about that basketball. I just wipe my hand on it, that's all. Hold it. So you admit it was the board you wiped your bloody hand on? Admit it? What's to admit? Is there plain as day for all to see? A smashing print on my right hand. Perhaps you wanted to hide that hand. So you right at the notice board and push into the corner, did you? No. Imagine the weight of that great lump. You look like a powerful, nurtured man.
Yes, you do actually.
Well, did you see anybody else moving the board? I got nerves still, I can tell you. But even I have my limits. There was somebody on the floor in front of me, and the Green Ribbon himself standing over. There was precious little light inside either. My bottom leg was all a quiver.
In other words, this witness is unable to give a definite testimony on that point.
Yes, so it would seem.
Well, don't look at me. I haven't got a clue about it. I was doing business with some second years at the time.
All that? Would you say you were doing business with them? You mean you were selling them fireworks?
Yeah, what else? There's a priory school just around the corner, see? Those cheeky little so-and-sos have got a plan to blow this school to Kingdom Come. So I've been telling on them, letting the teachers know about what they're up to.
Wow. Oh, you have?
Yeah, wouldn't want anyone to get hurt, so I let the school know the kids were playing with dodgy toys. Then, praise the Lord, the teachers take all the fireworks off them.
And sell them back to you, I'm guessing.
And then, praise the Lord again, the kids all come back to me to buy more. Everyone's happy, see?
What a racket.
It's not even tennis. Of course, sometimes the teachers give me a little bonus to thank them for letting them know.
Oh, that son of a bitch. I mean...
It's a busy old life selling explosives.
Venus is a typhoon goddess, indeed.
Well, telling barefaced lies is my kind of thing, really. I'm ever so good at it.
Oh my
got a
god.
reaction.
People, what now?
Excuse me.
Something wrong, Mr. Sandwich.
If I said it was, could we just leave it at that? Would that be the end of it?
No. Did Miss Venus' statement just now bring something to mind, perhaps?
Philosophical thoughts. Deep philosophical thoughts.
Hmm?
Let's say there was a great liar. And that great liar said without batting an eye, telling barefaced lies is kind of my thing. I'm ever so good at it. Would those words of hers be a lie too? Or the truth, in which case she's not a liar? Oh, it's a hellish paradox, that one, don't you think?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But it seems to me you're suggesting Miss Venus has been lying, are you?
What are you on about, old man? Trying to cause trouble, are you? Keep on like that. And I'll wrap your whole body in firecrackers and set them off. That'll give you something to tremble about.
Dark? You have started the storyline behind that sweet and innocent face, young lady.
Don't they all?
So, Miss Venus has lied in her testimony. Is that what you're saying, Mr. Sandwich?
if it means I'll be burning in hellfire for the rest of my days, so be it. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Can you elaborate, please, sir?
Hey, Coco.
Hi, Coco. Old Blabbermouth here headed for the room where the gunshots seem to come from. But there was someone else who crept up the stairs behind him, too. That's right. That rotten liar over there.
You meant to say that you did in fact betake yourself to the scene of the crime after all.
What did I tell you, eh? I said I was good at telling barefaced lies, didn't I?
Yes, you mentioned it. Well, that revelation rocked the whole courtroom, didn't it?
Not really.
Who knew firecrackers pack such a punch? So you didn't visit the scene of the crime, did you, lone lady? Good grief!
Well, now you come to mention it. I suppose perhaps I do clearly remember climbing the stairs to the room, yeah.
Either you clearly remember it or you don't. Well, I shall consider a fitting punishment for this perjurious act later.
Hey! Someone finally decides to enforce perjury rules in the courtroom. Woo!
For the time being, you will immediately amend your testimony to reflect the truth. Also, that punishment will involve your firecrackers. That's all I'm gonna tell you, right?
Oh yes, my lord, of course. Maybe I did sneak along behind gossip and have a little peek into the room where it all happened.
Hold it. You make a habit of lying, do you, Miss Venus?
Well, I suppose so. I don't really know, to be fair. If you want my advice, though, I take everything I say with a big pinch of salt.
Alright. But did you, in fact, go to the room where the victim was killed on the day in question, didn't you?
Oh, please, as if I would. I can't think of anything more terrifying.
The truth, please.
Well, alright, just a bit then. I mean, a girl my age is curious about stuff, you know.
Did you touch anything at the scene?
Oh, please, as if I would. I mean, there was a dead body on the floor.
The truth, please.
Well, alright, just a bit then. I had a look to see if there was anything I could sell.
Wow.
So I did give the place a once-over, but it was nothing to write home about.
Right. Now, I hesitate to ask, but you didn't move the notice board by any chance, did you?
Oh, please! As if I would touch anything like that. Just a few bits of loose change is all I had.
The truth, please.
Well, alright then. I thought there might be something worth having underneath it. So I blasted the flippin' thing. Sorry, flip the blasted thing.
What?
You're telling us that you did move that board?
Oh my god, new face.
He finally shows emotion, holy shit. I think that did slip out, didn't it?
Holy shit, Venus, you're getting us in trouble, aren't you?
Like I fucking can.
You that bun puff!
I don't believe it. The girl doesn't think.
So, do you find anything then? Something they may have taken, perhaps, to sell?
Oh, please. I should be so lucky. In my imagination. The truth, now! I might have found this old pocket watch under the notice board, I suppose. But a bit of junk like this can't be worth much. Like, ah!
Oh. Sorry, what are you asking? You're the one who took it! Alright, she missed a pocket watch. Gina? Young lady, may I remind you what you are? That what? What's that? I was passing to Inspector Grayson for the job for a big case of Santiago.
Oh.
The Professor case, no doubt. The boy, you're the one that every weenie welfare will wait to grab the call of Bob. I see. I saw but other ones were blind man was so give me a right rifle. They had me that day in that 10 day policy I wanted it. It meant that what that was it. Possibly not the best thing to go diving for then.
It's not all that, though. I took it to the Jabeezes the night to ask how much it was worth, but the old dealer wouldn't touch it. Wouldn't give me a penny for it, said it wasn't working. Knocked about and worthless, he called it.
Ah! I think I shall lit it.
Wow! Okay! That watch must be submitted as evidence at once. Oh, please, just so long as you promise to give it back when we're done.
Not a shot. That's what before you try to go and miss on again. That's enough for you two. Hand the watch to the bailiff forthwith.
Thank you very much.
Now, children, what's your matters? You're both pretty.
Yes, we know you sitting at the kiddie table. The adults are talking now.
Good Lord! The glass appears to be broken!
More than likely, it shattered when the inspector was shot. It doesn't tick anymore either. Which is why Jabeez didn't want it. What a waste, eh?
Yes, indeed. It appears to have stopped at the hour of 5. Exactly where the gunshot was heard then. We support the prosecution's claim, of course.
Alright, let's examine this immediately. I have a feeling that we're going to find something important.
A bullet, maybe?
Zawarudo!
3 pages. Okay. The glass over the face really is badly cracked. Look. What a shame when the inspector clearly looking for after so carefully. I imagine Mr. Jones could repair it, don't you? Yes, I should think so. He's very adept at things like this. A useful man to have around, in fact. But can you remember that he's a great detective, Mr. O'Hara, not an odd-job man? From when I see
he doesn't have a fancy razor-tip bowler hat, so no, he can't be one. Anyway, let's look at the little knob on the top.
Yeah, the knob's broken. There's a tiny little stub sticking out of the small hole here. Look. I suppose there must be a little knob or something on that for setting the time. In that case, seeing as we know the inspector took just good care of his watch, it probably broke when the incident occurred, didn't it? Yes, of course. Which could mean that there's a small part of the watch still at the scene, maybe.
Alright, let's take a look at the back.
Nothing on the back, but
what's
this?
Where have I saw this hole?
Ah, there's a tiny little keyhole here. Can you see? Oh yes, that's probably for the winder used to wind up the mechanism. Looks a little unusual, don't you think? Yes, you need the right key to wind it, I imagine. Hold on. Why do I feel as though I've seen something like a key that's about the right size to fit this hole? It would be wonderful if we had the key. Let's check carefully what we already found.
Yeah, let's check what we already have.
Yes. Let's check the toy.
Yeah, the toy policeman figurine.
Interesting.
Twist the head.
The head may charming, but it appears to be a little worse to wear. I'm not convinced about the charming part, but yes, you're right. The head part looks like a bit fairly heavily manhandled. Almost as someone had enjoyed twisting around and around for fun. I would try twisting around and around too, for fun. What's that?
A blowgun! It's a major pistol!
It appears to be some sort of key, but it's tiny though. It could be a key for the door, not at that side. So what is it for, I wonder?
Let's examine the end of the key.
Mr. Sato, do you think perhaps this key could be the key for the Inspector Grayson's watch? Oh, yes, it could be. Let's try it once. There's an hour moment to lose. Click, click, click. Ooh,
It still works.
I knew it. A perfect fit. And look! Inspector Watch has turned going again. Ah, so it has obviously not been wound up, just all. What is it, Mr. Sato? Well, the watch isn't actually broken after all. I have a feeling it could have been profound implications. She's deep in thought now. Perhaps I better start thinking deeply too.
There we go. So the watch still works.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's keep pressing on the statements.
It appears the mystery of the moving noticeable have been solved at least.
And as predicted, it had very little bearing on the case.
Now then, continue with your cross-examination, please, counsel.
I don't know anything about anything. I'm just a bystander, me. Just a sign at the crossroads of life.
Hold it. But, did you go to see and what happened in the room, didn't you?
Fresno Street is my whole world. It's all I know, and I know all of it.
You say counsel like I said slower. That's kind of the point.
I can't wait for my turn to say it.
I have to make it my business to know if I want to hold up my sign up high.
So you did go to see what happened.
It's not the destination that's important, it's how you get there, isn't it?
Did you notice the notice board in the room?
If you think about it, we're both the same species, aren't we? Both different members of the sign family.
This is getting far too existential for my liking.
So if I'd spotted it, I might have tried to trip it up out of a sense of rivalry, I admit.
You'll know when someone reacts.
Someone really needs to tell you you're Homo sapiens, no Homo sapiens.
Does that mean that you didn't notice the board?
I can only really repeat what I said before. I don't know anything about anything. I'm just a bystander, me. Just a sign at the crossroads of life.
In which case, just who was responsible for moving the notice board? We just talked about it a moment ago. It was the Reaper, I bet. They got a face screen board.
No, let's keep going.
Okay. Hold it. What exactly do you mean by that? Oh, come on now. Don't tell us you don't notice. He looks like he hates everything in the world, that fella.
He has resting bitch face.
But not noticeable. There's the one thing he likes. You can see it in his eyes. I can't say I ever noticed. I'll tell you the one thing for free, though. I never took my eyes off my man on the floor. Or of the Reaper. Not for a second. Sorry. Well, I was scared. I couldn't. You never know what a thing like that might do if you look away, don't you? If you didn't take your eyes off the defendant, you should be able to confirm accurately whether or not he was the one who moved the notice.
Gotcha there.
That I can. The Reaper did nothing of the sort. I can swear to that. I couldn't miss it. He hit the sign up right again and drag it into the corner. Right. Glad we cleared that up.
What happened to the face that screams bored?
I feel pain, Casimir.
I can't see how this changes anything anyway. The detective still died when we heard the gunshot.
Well, the fact that we have a working pocket watch now, I think that changes things considerably.
Actually, yes. As one presented. Objection. I'm afraid that's not necessarily the case.
Oh.
At the scene, we found this key to the winder of the inspector's pocket watch.
A key?
And
Yes, I
having
speak Spanish too.
And having won the pocket watch, we discovered that in fact still works. You see, the watch didn't stop because it was broken at all. And that fact completely undermines one of the most controversial premises in which this entire case has been built.
What?
Order! 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 But counsel! The watch was stopped at almost exactly 5 o'clock!
Yeah, which is just when we heard the gunshot.
Hold on.
What?
No, nothing. It is! It's exactly the hour!
Later, Izzy.
The time that was shown on the watch shows nothing other than when it's one down. It's merely a coincidence that it happened to be at 5 o'clock.
Objection! Even if that's true, the 3 witnesses here all heard the gunshot at 5 o'clock. So that's obviously when the crime was committed.
Objection. No, that doesn't hold.
Why not?
Recall what Inspector Lestrade said only moments ago. The Balayota, the one that every evening we are waiting for a grub to call it, Pop. Say, every day in the Latin day, polishing and wondering, eh? I meant the water vein, now watch it. The victim was in the habit of winding his watch once a day, in the evening. We can reasonably assume, therefore, that he wound the timepiece on the evening before he died as well. Yes, that would entirely be reasonable.
I like what Coker said. Why doesn't that hold? Nuh-uh.
But if that's the case, you wouldn't expect the watch to have completely worn down by 5 o'clock the following day.
Oh, how do you explain it then?
In summary, the evening before the day on the incident, when the gunshot ran out in that room, the inspector was already unable to wind his watch.
You can't mean.
He died earlier. What will stop a man winding his watch is being in the habit of winding it every single evening for 10 years. The obvious answer is that he was already dead. Oh! Order! Order! Counsel! That's most extraordinary claim.
Objection! Extraordinary isn't the word. It's absurd. You claim he was already dead the night before. Do you really think that Scotland Yard's coroner would have overlooked something like that?
The answer to that?
Yes.
Yes.
That ain't Courtney Scythe.
Maria
Time Death is
Gori.
also blank, so...
Yes. We're probably gonna present that soon. Well, on that subject, there is something rather surprising. There's actually a omission in the coroner's report. The time of death is not noted. Ah, that's right. Wait a minute, you forget the police went from under me when they kicked the door in? What do you mean? Like I said, I planted my hand in a very great pot of blood.
Yes. So the victim's blood hadn't dried. It was fresh.
He catches on fast, doesn't he? Objection! But that blood could be explained by any number of ways. It could have been put there afterwards. Some fresh blood could have been poured over the victim's blood after he...
Objection! Does my learned friend think that fresh blood is available on every street corner? Whoa, learned friend!
Oh, that hurt.
Oh no, we're friend zoned!
Well, it didn't necessarily have been human blood, of course. We've been told previously that Scotland Yard has no way to identify blood as human.
Yeah, but Herlock Sholmes does.
Well, upon its correct being research, at present you are correct. It is beyond our capabilities, at least for now. So then, a chicken's blood could have been used for example. Is there a possibility it wasn't the inspector's blood at all?
Objection! But the gunshot was heard at 5 o'clock that afternoon. That's beyond question.
It is, though.
What?
Given that time of death of the victim has already been called into question, it isn't beyond the realms of possibility that what this witness heard wasn't a gunshot at all.
Oh, please, what are you trying to say?
Oh, Lord, what did you hear? It was the long bang that came from that room.
Now you listen here to me. A street seller's ears are his livelihood.
There's the whip!
I don't doubt your ears, sir, but all you can say with certainty that you heard a noise. Explain yourself, counsel! A noise that sounds like gunshot could have been made with...
The giant firecracker.
something like this. The culprit could have been set up one of these to fake a gunshot. Good gracious! The very fire was ever sold by the witness!
Now hold on a minute. Are you saying I did it? My pretty little firecrackers only make a little pop anyway, see?
Not 100 of them together. The being special that you sell for 600 pennies sounds like this. Ow. The song can now attest, it sounds very much like a gunshot, in fact.
You're trying to suggest that somebody set off one of those fireworks at the scene.
And suggesting that somebody knew the defendant was in the room at 5 that day. And sought to implicate him by creating a sound like a gunshot for these peddlers on freshness to hear.
Objection! But even the accused himself has testified that he saw no one else in the room at the time. Whether it was a gun or a firecracker, the only person present to cause that bang was Barrack von Sykes. One whiff of a match and my firecrackers go pop. See? That's why people like them.
You fear for your fingers, young lady.
Objection! Oh, wait, not
Objection! Recently, during my time here in Britain, I learned a very useful invention indeed. Something called a time bomb. Good heavens, a bomb? A bomb? Yes, a device that allows you to blow whatever you like, whenever you like. Mr. Nahodo, I worry that your unfortunate freezing there may lead to another international incident. No, wait. It's whenever you like part that's important.
A time device?
Yes, exactly. A time device. Something of that nature could have been planted at the scene. A device that was able to produce the sound of a gunshot long after the culprit has left. Your extraordinary claim will have to be sustained with evidence, counsel.
Wait a minute. I have an idea.
What proof do you have to suggest anyway that time device was employed to create the gunshot? Yes?
Alright, so what do you think it is?
Could be that, but there's not coming out, so let's wait until the reveal.
So, I think this might be the thing, because it looks like that candle is scorched, not shot.
Yes. Anyway, we'll be right back before we reveal the piece of evidence.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back. Okay, we're back.
Hey, welcome back.
And yes, it's likely candelabrum because, like you mentioned before, that doesn't look sharp, it looks scorched.
Looks like you hide something big in there, too, because of the long candle.
Yep. Take that! As the core has already discussed, the tip of one of the candles in this candelabrum has been blown off. Indeed, because he was struck by the bullet, which was presumably passed through the victim. I don't think that's possible, my lord.
Not possible. Why?
Because of the scorching. There are gunpowder scorch marks clearly visible on the broken candle. There are... Goodness, yes! But it's not the case! That there are also scorches on the victim around the bullet entry wound. That's right, there was. But as we heard earlier, scorching like that only occurs when the target is at very close range, a matter of centimeters from the gun. Oh! Which means that the scorching of the candle can't possibly be the result of a gunshot.
You're suggesting it came from the fireworks?
How could that be? The fact that such visible scorching of the candle suggests that the fireworks must have been right next to it when they exploded. Or to put it another way, the candle and firecrackers were joined together. Something like that. The culprit somehow attached the firecrackers at a point partway down the candle. Oh, I see what they did.
Oh, that's clever.
It is actually. After the killer has left the scene, the candle slowly burned down along with the other two, until eventually it ignited the fuse of the firecrackers, generating a loud and that is how these three witnesses came to believe they heard a gunshot at 5 o'clock. Whoever did it timed the candles just right. Whoa, what a plot! And this implies that the victim could have been died earlier than we've been led to believe, the previous day even. No, you hold your horses! Uncle, all of us saw the victim going in the building, remember?
I couldn't forget that flame-colored hair even if I wanted to.
The person you saw entering the building wasn't the victim at all. Consider this. Oh! Obviously, anyone can wear a wig. So the person that these witnesses saw entering the building 15 minutes before the incident occurred could easily have been someone else entirely, wearing the red hairpiece. Someone else? Do you mean to say? It was the same person who contrived the firecracker trick. In other words, Inspector Grayson's killer. Oh, you're...
That was the first time I ever saw a prosecutor laugh. Oh, very impressive, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Kazuma?
I'm really quite amazed you've come this far. But after all, wasn't I the one who told you that you had all the makings of a great defense lawyer? I also noted the lack of a time of death in this report, a stark omission.
But you didn't notice.
But as far as I'm concerned, this whole country's justice system leaves a lot to be desired.
Oh.
Oh, right in front of the judiciary, too. That ain't funny.
Order! Prosecutor Asagi! What on earth do you mean by that statement?
I mean exactly what I said, my lord.
Yeah, how do you like it? I heard that many of the leading members of Britain's judiciary are present to observe this trial today. So we cannot allow even the slightest doubt to be overlooked.
Huh.
The defense's assertion about the time of death based on the victim's stopped watch is just conjecture. But while the possibility exists that my learned friend may be correct, we have a duty to explore it.
Well, certainly. I would agree with you.
And what immediately comes to mind is, of course, what was Inspector Gregson doing and where did he go on the day before the incident?
Do you know?
The inspector always carried out his investigative work alone. His movements were treated as confidential within Scotland Yard.
You were in the yard?
However, considering the evidence we've been presented with so far, I'd say it's fairly apparent what case the man was pursuing. Wouldn't you, my learned friend?
The professor.
No.
I do have a feeling about the case we've been investigating.
The other case has been long closed, my guy.
Oh, the other case, yeah. Yes, I agree, surely. My lord, the defense believes he can explain to the court the case that being investigated by Inspector Gressel at the time of his death. Very well, counsel. Present your argument to the court. What
I have an idea.
suggested the case being investigated by Inspector death prior to the incident? The vanishing?
No, that is absolutely not.
Okay.
Now, wasn't there a reason why there was a hairpiece there? And reason why...
the right hair event.
Yeah, they seem to be kind of a con group, if you ask me.
Quite possibly.
Don't we have like a flyer for them?
There is.
Yep.
Take that. I believe this red hair piece points to the answer. I guess the red... That was also the option.
Yep, that was also the right answer.
We might assume it was part of a disguise used to carry an undercover investigation. Surely not! Such a brightly colored hairpiece will only serve to make the inspector more noticeable. Yes, that's quite true. I would definitely have made him stand out in a crowd. Except, that is, in a crowd of gentlemen from the Red Hair League. The Red Hair League?
So, you'd already worked it out.
Motherfucking you. What on earth is this all about? Is there such an extraordinary league of gentlemen? Superheroes?
I've become one of them. I've got a red cloak. Is that enough?
Superhero team, perhaps?
The Red-Headed League is currently under investigation for a grand deception.
Oh, shit. A deception of what nature, Council?
They've been targeting red-headed men across all of London and tricking them out of small sums of money.
Ouch.
2 men were arrested for the misdemeanor only yesterday, in fact.
My lord! The defense called for those 2 gentlemen to summon at once. 2 red-hairs!
Not going to make an Irish joke. Not going to make an Irish joke!
Inspector Creston clearly infiltrated Red Hair League using this hairpiece. So it's very likely that he had direct contact with these criminals. And it's quite possible that such contact led to more serious events. I concur that we cannot go in good conscience leave this new avenue unexplored. Well done, Mr. Rejodo. Well, it's another possible line of inquiry for us at least. The prosecution will make immediate arrangement for the charged men to appear. Bring these two red-headed league conspirators before me, Prosecutor Asogi.
At once, my lord.
Very good. We will have a 30-minute recess. Court is adjourned.
Woo!
To be continued.
I call dibs on the slide.
Ah, come on.
It's like that was my favorite part of recess. I always got the slide.
Okay, so now it's time to make a little bit more sense. Oh yeah, that'll be on Thursday. Because I don't know how long that's gonna be.
Well, shouldn't be too long.
But still.
Yes, whatever the hell.
Okay, let's see. What time is it? Oh yeah, we'll continue on Thursday.
Alrighty.
I think I can do a raid. Let me see. Let me check on that. Yeah, I do actually. Let me lower the volume here. There you go. Okay. Yeah, let's do a raid. They still have like 30 minutes left, so might as well do it for a change. He did it a couple of times. Might as well return the favor.
I looked ahead at this case. We do get another chance to talk to Kazuma on the next investigation.
Ooh.
That will be the time where we have to present his armband to him.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Not saying that that'll actually do anything. I just want to see what will happen.
Actually, yeah, that's a good question. Probably might get a...
You'll probably say that isn't
achievement.
me anymore. Maybe. Who knows?
We'll see. Anyway, preparing the raid. And... give my regard to Iceball. And Dandy. They're still streaming for about 30 more minutes, but it's something. That being said, thank you for being here, and we'll continue on Thursday.
Alrighty. Sounds like a plan.
Yes. Have a good night, everyone, and until then.
Bye.